Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your messages from the Spirit Realm Tarot reading. We're going to get right in and see what the spirits have to say to you. And remember, the spirits see everything we do not, Cancer. So, all the spirits around Cancer, what do you want them to know? We're just going to get a feel of who's around you the strongest, but not limited to. Oh, Archangel Metatron and Jophiel with an angel of love. So you've got some love energy happening here, and that's number 11. And this is about spiritually opening in relationships, in connections. And you know, I've been seeing this in all the reads. The spirits are really talking about like healing and connection and love. But for you guys, this is a different message of like a spiritual opening taking place in an existing connection or a new connection that's about to come in. And maybe for some of you, if you're on a spiritual journey, this is a spiritual opening that's happening inside of you about your connection to life and the spirits and like the whole universe. Wow, that's pretty deep, Cancer. So let's pull a numerology card and see what else the spirits want to add. Oh, do you see that? Happy ending, number 93. You start seeing number 93 popping up after this reading. That's the spirit saying, Cancer, there is a happy ending for you. All right, you are upon it. Don't give up. Don't give in. Don't feel sad. Don't feel down. Oh my gosh, there is so much love. This spiritual opening in an existing connection, in a new connection, or this happening inside of you. That spiritual opening is facilitating this happy ending that's coming to you. And again, the spirits are going to start popping up 93 to say, hey, Cancer, happiness just ahead. Happiness just ahead. Nice. Let's pull some more messages. Forgive yourself, and your beliefs are right for you. Okay, so with this forgive yourself energy, part of this spiritual opening is, you know, there's some aspect where you've been holding on to guilt or shame, kind of beating yourself up. And, you know, this could be about anything. This is a general read, right? So where have you been really hard on yourself, holding on to a lot of guilt or a lot of shame, grief about, you know, something you did, something you said, something you didn't realize was unfolding, like, why didn't I see that coming? You know, where is that energy inside of you? Because the spirits are saying part of this happy ending and this spiritual opening comes from you forgiving yourself, and your beliefs are right for you. This is saying that, you know, what works for you may not work for others, and what works for others may not work for you. So have tolerance and patience and acceptance for others and the way they're going about doing things, but also have that same patience and tolerance for yourself. If you don't want to go with what everybody else is doing, that's fine. You don't need to, Cancer. You've got to follow your own heart and soul and realize what is right for you, what works for you may not be understood by others, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. You don't need any sort of validation from anybody when you know what is right for you, when you feel it in your soul. Really trust yourself and forgive yourself for anything that you feel that you've done or said, or any shortcoming that you feel you've had. Like, it's time to let all that go and just love yourself. Happiness is at hand here. So let's pull some more cards, Cancer. the loving woman, fragmented energy, and the honoring path. So it's interesting, this quantum oracle, I didn't intend for it to clarify the cards up here, but man, in your reading, they sure did. So this loving woman with the happy ending, this is talking about an existing relationship, whether male or female, through this spiritual opening. Like, you guys are going to really get on the same page and understand each other, and there's some healing which facilitates a happy ending here for you guys. This new connection that's coming into your life, friend or romance, for some of you, this person is going to be such a breath of fresh air to your energy, and the way they see life and experience life and move through life and perceive life is quite different than you. And it's as though they're going to open a whole new world inside of you. And there we go with that spiritual opening, right? So a beautiful new connection coming in for some Cancers. And then lastly, those of you who are more on this like spiritual journey, you need to see yourself as this energy right here, tender, understanding, lovable, unique, special, worth a lot, okay? Because you are. And this fragmented energy, going with that, forgive yourself. And as general, maybe there's, this goes beyond just forgiving yourself. Maybe you need to let go of some anger and pain and heartache that somebody else caused in your life. All right, with this fragmented energy, it's attached to where you need to forgive, and the spirits are pointing you to this, saying, work on this, Cancer, get this energy out of you, out of your energy field, because it's gonna allow you to elevate, and it also opens up a more happiness in your life. And then here, where your beliefs are right for you, and other people's beliefs are right for them, that's the honoring path. Some situations, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just things are different. And understanding the differences and having space and tolerance for that. And for yourself, like, Cancer, you've got to follow the beat of your own drum, no matter what other people tell you. Like, your heart, your soul knows what's right for you. And, part of this forgiving yourself, maybe you haven't always listened to your intuition and what you felt was right for you, and you kind of accommodated some others, and you ended up feeling very empty-handed in that. And so you've been frustrated with yourself, like, oh, why did I do that? Let that energy go. You have learned, you've grown, you've evolved through these experiences, okay? And those of you where this is very spiritual, if you're breaking away from like the religion of your family or the societal beliefs, that are considered normal, that's all right. Cancer, what is good for you is good for you. You've got to follow the calling of your soul. And that may lead you to some information that other people aren't aware of or think is stupid, or, it's just not meant for them, this journey. Trust your path and what is right for you. All right, let's pull some tarot. Three of Wands, Eight of Swords. Yeah, you've definitely been feeling restricted from happiness, from understanding, from this spiritual opening, awakening happening. Death, Judgment, and Ten of Cups. Nice. Here's your happy ending, Cancer, right there. Right there. Right next to Judgment. Okay, so you've been waiting. You've either been waiting to get this figured out in a connection, you've been waiting for a new connection, you've been waiting for some sort of spiritual understanding with that Three of Wands, and you've felt very restricted from it. Like the energy evades you or eludes you, or you've just been feeling really lonely. And that's what's coming to an end, okay? What's been plaguing you and stealing your happiness, that's what's coming to an end, because it's time for the energies to balance out. And we see that with Judgment, and then this Ten of Cups. And also with this Judgment, this goes back to, you know, don't judge others for their beliefs or what they think is right. And don't let others judge you or steer you from what you think is right for you, because one size truly does not fit all. And the Judgment coming through right there, it really brings that home. And those of you on this more of a spiritual awakening, even if like where you're venturing is far beyond what other spiritual people you know are into or understanding, it's okay, Cancer. If you've got to end some relationships so you can spiritually grow, let it happen. Because just because you are starting to think new things or come into new information, it doesn't mean that's wrong and where you've been is right. It means this, where you've been, was part of your path for spiritual awakening, and it's time for you to move ahead and expand even further. Whereas these people, they're still here in this part of the journey, and don't let them hold you back or make you second guess yourself in what you're doing or what your heart's telling you to do. And with that Ten of Cups, there is your happy ending. Cancer, so much emotional satisfaction and fulfillment coming in, and it's attached to a relationship, either the relationship with another person or the relationship with yourself and spirit. Let's pull some more cards. All right, so we have the Knight of Cups. And look at, that's what you've been waiting for. Just a opening spiritually within an existing connection, or waiting for that spiritual connection to come into your life through romance or a friend, or you having that beautiful spiritual awakening within yourself. The Magician. Yeah, you're going to break free from the restriction. You are. And Six of Cups under the Death card. Queen of Swords under Judgment. And Page of Swords under Ten of Cups. You're going to break free from this restriction and feeling apart from your happiness. You are, Cancer. And, you know, this Death to the Six of Cups, this may be some of you had to let go of a connection, relationship that did mean quite a bit to you, because you guys couldn't see eye to eye, really imbalanced energy, or this connection was hindering you. And that may have been a quite painful process. And maybe you've thought along the way, did I make the right choice? You know, and you did. Cancer, Spirit is confirming you did make the right choice for you. All right, there's new connection coming in that's going to make you very happy, whether it's a friendship you desire or it's a romance ship you desire. Like, that is coming in for you, and that brings a lot of happiness. And now those of you that you're more on like this spiritual journey, and this isn't so much about another person, it's about you and the relationship with yourself, the relationship with spirit, and really expanding yourself in that capacity. There is somebody around you that I feel poisons your mind, or really holds you back, or makes you question yourself, or second guess yourself and what you're feeling. Or they may be somebody who is very spiritually gifted, and they kind of poo-poo all over you and your gifts and your talents, and it makes you wonder, you know, gosh, are they right? Am I not talented? Am I just, you know, telling myself stories here? No, they are wrong. They may feel a little bit intimidated of you and what you bring to the table, Cancer. So anybody who needs to be let go of because they hinder you and restrict you from your magic, your happiness, it's time. Or if they've recently fallen away from your life, don't cry for them. Don't feel sad. Like, they held you back. with this Eight of Swords. Cancer, they held you back, and it's time for you to have happiness. And you may not even have realized how far removed you have been from your happiness as of late. But as it returns and it's restored and you get your happy ending for whatever that means to you, you're going to realize like how disconnected you've been from like the love and the light. But happy ending and 10 of Cups. And with this Page of Swords, some of you, Cancer, because we do have the Six of Cups with Death, there may be somebody who's going to come back into your world here and is going to apologize for what they did and what they said to you, for hurting you, for stepping on you, like whatever went down here, for judging you, casting you out, whatever they did. Some Cancers, there is this person that is trying to come back in, and they do want to make things right. And that may be what your happy ending is about, because 10 of Cups with Ace of Swords, here we are, a lot of happiness coming through a conversation after, you know, maybe things have ended. There was a lot of heavy energy. We're over that. So that's a very small message for some Cancers, where you are going to have this conversation and somebody's going to really own themselves. And that's like what brings forth your happy ending and your satisfaction about this. And you're going to realize, if you've been beating yourself up, like you were never wrong, like they were truly in the wrong, not you, Cancer. All right, let's pull some cards to see what your passed on loved ones would like to specifically add to this. You are a star. Step into the spotlight where you belong. You are not small, Cancer. You are not small. Hold us in your heart, not in your home. It's okay to declutter. And there's that number 11 again. We got that there. And we understand that sometimes you may feel alone, but we are always here. So no matter what's going on, Cancer, your passed on loved ones want you to know that they are always near, they are always around you. You are never truly alone. And they're trying to help, you know, these situations in your life, for you to forgive yourself, forgive somebody, for you to allow yourself to walk your path despite the, you know, opinions of others, and to also let others walk their path, even if from your perspective you're like, oh my gosh, that is the worst thing ever. Like, what are you thinking? What are you doing? You just got to let them go on their way. There's a lot of happiness that's finally going to be restored, because that spiritual opening. And, you know, that could be with that existing connection. Maybe you guys have had a really bad falling out, and now we're going to finally be able to reconcile and truly heal, because there's honesty that's being put out, not just from you, but from them as well, like them owning up to what they did. So absolutely, that could be the happy ending. And some of you, you know, you've gone through some stuff and had some situations fall away, or there's some situations that you need to cut out, and Spirit's like, don't have any fear, because there's new connections coming in for you. And those of you spiritually awakening, it's all right if you are on a solitude journey. It's okay, because you're learning some things that others are not learning, even if you had some like spiritual connections. And with this star, some of you, this is a confirmation of your starseed lineage, all right? But there's something special about you, and that can intimidate others. Don't, you know, dim your shine for anybody else to feel comfortable, because then that's you making yourself uncomfortable by you not being able to be you because of somebody else's sensitive feelings. That's not your problem, Cancer. Shine, and you are never alone. Your loved ones are always around you. All right, let's pull one final message. Here's your artwork. And it says, make real progress by pushing aside perfection and never looking back. What a beautiful message to wrap up this reading. All right, Cancer, those are your messages from the spirits. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.